Welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to try something different and something new, which I always like doing. I say I have gypsy blood because I've always got to be trying something new. So today I am going to screen share with you, and we are going to look at an article and go through it, and I'll give you my thoughts as we do that. So let's find this article that we're looking at today. Give me a minute here while I bring it up. All right, here it is. What is digital curb appeal and how do you get it? Sounds to me like a fancy new word. So we all know what curb appeal is, right? It is when you drive past a house and whether it looks good from the front or not. You can see the photo they have here of this house. So they're saying curb appeal is vital to getting buyers from the driveway to the door, but what may matter more today is digital curb appeal, which moves buyers from online listings to in-person viewings. If you've ever put your home up for sale, you know how important curb appeal is to attracting the right buyer quickly. If your house doesn't have that little something, when they pull up, they might never even come inside. So that is the truth. I have found that as a realtor, that people will drive by, and if your house looks like it's neglected or you have toys all over the yard, they're probably not going to come in. Today, as more people find your home online long before they show up in the driveway, something else is starting to matter a whole lot: digital curb appeal. Here are a few ways to make sure your on-market home has it. All right, so what is digital curb appeal? You've probably already guessed by now. Digital curb appeal is a new variable in the curb appeal equation for home sellers and home buyers. Not only does your home need to shine like a diamond when potential buyers show up, it should also look amazing online. Can't disagree with that either. Every listing begins online, even if all agent is doing is throwing it in the MLS. As 80% of home buyers begin their journey online, number one, your realtor should not just be throwing your home on the MLS. But there is truth to this. 80%, and I think that number has probably risen, home buyers begin their journey online. This is true. You're on Zillow, you're on homes.com, you're on these websites looking at the homes online. So this realtor, Maureen McDermott, says, I ensure every home I list is professionally staged and architectural photos are taken. When it comes to the exterior of the home, I am often contracting landscapers, roofers, and other assorted services for my clients to ensure the home photographs well, which is fine for Maureen, who lives in California. Here in Denver, it's a little bit harder to do that if you are selling your home anywhere from the end of October through to May, because like this winter, we have snow on the ground everywhere. So that can be a bit hard to have all the landscaping. But there are still things you can do to make your house look good from the outside. Just probably for 6 months of the year here in Colorado, it's not what she's doing. We are even having problems with getting roofs fixed right now because of the weather. But, you know, a good realtor should have other ideas on how to help with that. Okay, she goes on to say, one of the most common things I urge sellers to do is to change their entry door. Entry doors are the top return on investment improvement you can make to your home. They probably, if you're talking about the outside landscaping, then yes, but they probably are not the top return on investment when it comes to the inside of your house. An investment in a $300 door can lead to an increase of $7,000 to $10,000 in sale price of the home. I would like to see stats for that. But I will say that a good looking front door or a door in a, good standout kind of color, we're not talking 90s maroon, will make a difference to curb appeal. That's for sure. Unlike physical curb appeal, digital curb appeal is about more than just the outside of the home. Buyers get a chance to look through your entire home virtually, so it's important that digital curb appeal extends to every part of your home's listing by creating a great subject for solid photography. Don't disagree with that. Before physical curb appeal, buyers see the digital curb appeal through online media, says Abdul Hazib Azizi, broker and global advisor at Premier Sotheby's International Realty in Florida. For example, if we see a picture of a room which is clean and decorated nicely, using good color furniture and so forth, it automatically attracts us to learn about it more. Finally, it'll make us want to go and see it in person and to purchase it. So digital curb appeal is really an important part of a listing that can provide a good or bad impression on a property. So now we are talking about the inside of the house and showing the inside of your home's best. And yes, staging definitely helps with that. And some people have got it. Like I walk into some houses and they're already, I don't need a stager because they're good. Their design is great. We just need to maybe declutter a little bit. And then other people do need full staging. All right, let's see, putting your best digital foot forward. If you're considering listing your house this year, there's a lot to think about before you do, even before you choose your agent. It's not a bad idea to see how they manage their clients' digital curb appeal. So you should be able to go online and see what that realtor has done in terms of photography, 360 video, how they present it. I know I post all of the photos of my homes on my Google search. So when people search up my name, search it up, as my teen son would say, they can see the photos that I use. Buyers lose interest after 5 to 6 photos. I have heard that stat be closer to 10, but I would believe 5 to 6 because we have such short attention spans these days. Therefore, it is essential that your best photos are at the start. Says Lindsay Neuron, principal agent on the Speed and Neuron Group with Compass in Austin, Texas. Buyers want to see the gorgeous kitchen and bathrooms, as well as the incredible backyard and living room. These first 5 photos should be absolute showstoppers to keep the buyer engaged and clicking through the remaining photos. I agree with that. And that can get tricky because they also want to see the front of the house. So if you're using a photo for the front of the house and you only have 4 left to kind of show off the best rooms in the house. And if you don't have any best rooms in the house, that can get really hard. That's why you need staging. Of course, you'll be expected to help with the work of making your home absolutely sparkle online. If your home is picture perfect, the pictures can't help but be enticing. Realtors can't make all the magic with a camera, said Neuron. Declutter, declutter, declutter. Yes, yes. My clients know that word very well. A lot of my clients love the process of staging their home to go on the market. I'm going to disagree with that. I'm going to disagree with that because when I start talking about this with people that are listing their homes, I either see their eyes glaze over or I see the panic start rising in their faces. All right, back to the article. Because it forces them to start to get rid of things they no longer want or need. We also recommend adding greenery throughout the house. Just don't go too crazy. We don't want a jungle in there. Light paint and updated light fixtures are the most affordable way to make a home feel updated and fresh. I agree with that. We also recommend fresh landscaping. Once again, can be a problem here in Colorado if it's winter, and dark mulch right before going on the market. Where was he at? Austin, Texas. Yeah, they've interviewed people in California, Texas, and Florida so far. Nobody that lives in the tundra. Most agents will agree that decluttering makes a huge difference. Other changes can also help potential buyers see your home as theirs. After all, that's the real goal. No matter how cool your stuff is, if your potential buyers can't see past it, they'll pass you by every time. Yes, 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 get rid of stuff. Get rid of your stuff, get rid of your big furniture pieces, get rid of the big brown recliner that you love. Because buyers really do have trouble seeing past this stuff. Follow the 3 Ds, depersonalize, declutter, and decolorize. Yes, if you have a dark purple room, please paint it. This was said by Frederick Warburg Peters, president of Coldwell Banker Warburg in New York City, New York. Get rid of everything extraneous in the property. That's a big word. So its basic architecture is visible. Take out highly personal items and paint it a light color. Remember, the goal of preparing a home for sale is to make it into a product with broad appeal. Agreed. Especially get rid of the wall of family photos that takes up the whole wall in the living room because it's hard for people to see past that. Even if you're on a budget, you can create a huge impact on your pool of potential buyers while spending almost no money at all with just one simple task. Stripping the home of excess and overly personalized items can make a big difference, even if no money is to be spent. Agreed. A sparsely furnished property always has a wider audience. Virtual staging can also be worth considering, which involves a far smaller investment than renting furniture. I used virtual staging last year on one of my homes. I do not love it. You can tell that it's been virtually staged, but if you do have an empty home and there are rooms that are hard, the layout is hard in, I think that's when virtual staging can help. I have used it, but it's not my favorite thing. What to know when preparing for your listing. We're nearly at the end, guys. Bear with me. Depending on where you live and what time of year you list your home, you should be ready to have offers as soon as the listing goes live if your digital curb appeal is high. Some buyers might not even visit your property until after you've accepted an offer from them. That sounds like 2021's market and the beginning of 2022. It does not sound like the market right now. Homes are sitting longer, even homes that are nicely decorated. And I am not seeing people offer without looking at the house right now because they have time to go look at it. So that, I don't know, that seems very 2021, early 2022. Buyers today are impatient, says McDermott. When you search in a zip code for a home, they are given multiple homes presented to them all at once. True. That first impression they get from the photos they see will determine whether or not they even decide to see the home physically. I have had offers on homes sight unseen due to the digital curb appeal of a listing. Once again, I think that's probably 2021, early 2022. On the other hand, if your buyers are more traditional and want to see your home in person, it can feel like a big job preparing your home for both physical and digital curb appeal. Making lists of the things that need to be done is important. Doubly so if you'll be hiring service professionals to check off the things on your to-do list. But it's also important to start really simply and review your choices as you go through the process of preparing your home to be its digital best. Sometimes it's really just as easy as it sounds, especially if you have a realtor that will go through the house with you and tell you what you need to get rid of, move, repaint, which is something that I do and something that really all of the realtors should be doing. I highly recommend and suggest to homeowners to start with decluttering so they can get more space, says Azizi. Next is cleaning, which is a simple thing to do, or get a cleaner come in, and then see if the property needs a fresh coat of paint. This process really helps both in digital and in-person impressions on the curb appeal of the property. Agreed. I agree with that. So digital curb appeal is really just a fancy name for how your home is presented to the world, because most buyers do start looking online. So there you go. There's that article. I agreed with most of it, but there were some things in there that I would disagree with, or some things that were a little bit outdated. Let me know what you thought in the comments. And if you are thinking of buying a house in the Denver to Northern Colorado areas and would love to jump on a discovery call with me, the link is in the bottom. Otherwise, guys, like and subscribe, and I will see you next time. See ya.